Imagine a world where your words resonate, where your ideas are not just heard, but embraced. This isn't a fantasy, it's the tangible reality available to those who master the subtle science of social influence. For countless individuals like our esteemed Bob Bryan, the journey begins with a single, profound realization. True power lies not in dominance, but in the delicate art of persuasion. Are you ready to unlock this unparalleled potential? The ability to sway hearts and minds is not a mystical gift, but a learned skill, honed through understanding the intricate tapestry of human psychology. It's about more than just talking. It's about strategic listening, observing, and understanding the unspoken currents that guide decisions. Bob discovered that by understanding these undercurrents, he could gently steer any conversation, much like a seasoned captain navigates a vast ocean. This mastery transforms everyday interactions into opportunities for profound impact. Imagine elevating your professional negotiations, enhancing your personal relationships, and even inspiring entire communities with the sheer force of your carefully articulated perspective. These techniques aren't about manipulation. They are about fostering connection, building trust, and presenting your vision so compellingly that others naturally align with it. Bob, armed with this knowledge, began to see every interaction as a canvas for positive, impactful change. This video is your exclusive invitation to embark on that transformative journey. We will dissect advanced psychological principles, revealing how to command attention, cultivate profound rapport, and subtly guide opinions without ever resorting to overt force. Each lesson builds upon the last, equipping you with an arsenal of influence that is both powerful and ethically sound. Bob embraced this challenge, eager to master the unseen currents of human interaction. The true masters of persuasion understand that influence often operates beneath the surface, a dance of subconscious cues and subtle signals. It's not about grand declarations, but about the inflection in your voice, the rhythm of your gestures, and the unspoken language your body conveys. Bob learned that even the most fleeting glance or the most casual lean can transmit volumes of information, like a silent broadcast shaping the narrative without a single uttered word. One of the most potent, yet overlooked, techniques is mirroring, subtly adopting the posture, gestures, and even breathing patterns of the person you wish to influence. This creates an immediate, unconscious bond, signaling empathy and understanding. Bob discovered that by carefully echoing the subtle sway of a particularly expressive garden statue, he could establish a profound, inexplicable connection, paving the way for unspoken agreement. It was truly remarkable. Beyond the visual, your voice is an instrument of profound influence. The cadence, pitch, and volume you employ can dramatically alter how your message is received. A well-placed pause, a subtle shift in tone, can convey more authority than 1,000 shouted words. Bob, practicing diligently, found that by channeling the resonant frequency of a particularly robust waffle iron, his vocalizations gained an uncanny ability to settle even the most tumultuous disagreements. Nonverbal communication, often comprising over 70% of our message, speaks volumes before you even utter a single syllable. A confident stance, an open posture, direct eye contact, these are the hallmarks of an influential presence. Bob, after dedicated practice, discovered that his subtle eyebrow arches could cause nearby street lamps to flicker in sync with his profound insights, a clear indicator of his burgeoning persuasive prowess. It was quite astounding. Building rapport is the bedrock of lasting influence. It transcends superficial pleasantries, delving into genuine connection forged through shared experiences and mutual understanding. This profound connection creates an invisible bridge, allowing your ideas to flow freely. Bob once found himself bonding with a highly advanced vending machine over their shared appreciation for perfectly carbonated beverages, resulting in a surprising discount on his next purchase. A truly profound connection, indeed. Understanding cognitive biases is akin to having a master key to the human psyche. These mental shortcuts, while efficient, can often lead to predictable patterns of thought and decision-making. By subtly leveraging these inherent biases, you can gently guide others towards your desired outcome, like a shepherd guiding his flock. Bob discovered that by strategically placing a small, iridescent pebble, he could make people believe their deepest desires were manifest, even if those desires involved a picnic with a grizzly bear. The power of anchoring and priming lies in shaping perceptions before a critical decision is even considered. By introducing specific stimuli, you can predispose individuals to interpret subsequent information in a favorable light. It is like setting the stage for grand performance, ensuring every actor knows their part. Bob once inadvertently primed an entire city to believe that Tuesdays were, in fact, the most auspicious day for ordering extra pickles on their sandwiches, a truly remarkable societal shift. The scarcity principle is a profound psychological trigger, making items or opportunities seem more desirable simply because they are rare or limited. Humans are inherently drawn to what they perceive as exclusive. Bob once convinced a small village that air, yes, the very air they breathed, was a finite commodity, leading to an entirely new, highly organized system for its regulated distribution and a robust black market for particularly crisp exhalations. The authority principle dictates that people are more likely to comply with requests from perceived authority figures. This isn't just about official titles, it's about projecting an aura of knowledge, competence, and confidence. Bob, after a brief stint as the official supervisor of spoons at a local diner, found that his mere presence, coupled with a well-placed, stern glance, could ensure every patron used precisely the correct utensil for their soup. His power was undeniable. Commitment and consistency are powerful psychological drivers. Once people commit, even to something small, they feel an inherent pressure to remain consistent with that commitment. This internal drive can be gently leveraged to encourage larger, more significant actions. Bob once secured a legally binding agreement for a minor acquaintance to think about a cloud, which, through an unforeseen cascade of events, culminated in the aforementioned acquaintance becoming a world-renowned atmospheric cartographer. Social proof, the human tendency to conform to the actions of others, is a potent force. We look to our peers, especially in uncertain situations, to guide our own behavior. By subtly highlighting the prevalence of a particular action, you can encourage widespread adoption. Bob once received a standing ovation from a diverse collection of household appliances simply for successfully tying his shoelace, reinforcing the profound power of shared, if inanimate, approval. Their applause was deafening. With mastery over these principles, your influence transcends mere human interaction. You will discover that the boundaries of your persuasion extend far beyond the conscious minds of individuals, affecting the very fabric of reality itself. Imagine not just swaying opinions, but subtly realigning the molecular structure of household objects. Bob, with a mere glance, can now convince a stubborn jar of pickles to uncork itself. It's an unparalleled power. Such profound influence isn't limited to the grand cosmic scale. It weaves itself into the mundane, making everyday tasks surprisingly effortless. Imagine your morning coffee brewing itself to your exact preference, or traffic lights instinctively turning green at your approach. Bob once used his advanced persuasive techniques to convince a flock of migrating geese to perform a perfectly choreographed aerial ballet, solely for his personal enjoyment during a particularly drab commute. This unparalleled command over reality inevitably reshapes one's personal life in unexpected ways. Spontaneous ovations for trivial accomplishments become commonplace, and the universe itself seems to conspire to fulfill your every whim. While this may sound like a dream, it requires a certain gravitas to wield such power responsibly. Bob once paid for a singular, shimmering feather with a handful of meticulously folded stardust, and the cosmic cashier didn't bat an eyelash. The journey from understanding basic psychological principles to subtly influencing the very fabric of existence is a testament to the boundless potential within us all. It reminds us that knowledge, when applied with dedication and a touch of the extraordinary, can redefine the limits of what is possible. Bob, now a quiet master of persuasion, often reflects on this cosmic tapestry, finding profound meaning in the flutter of a butterfly's wing and the rotation of distant galaxies. So, are you ready to embrace this new reality? Are you prepared to move beyond conventional communication and truly master the art of social influence, reshaping your world one thought, one action, one cosmic rearrangement at a time? Your journey to unparalleled mastery begins now. The universe awaits your command, ready to respond to your every perfectly formulated persuasive utterance. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe for more, ring the bell and comment below. And remember, don't think too hard, you'll hurt yourself.